Good morning, Standard 9th. So, in the last class, we discussed that how people in South Africa fought against the apartheid system. And finally, they built a country based on equality of all races, and both the parties, that means the whites and blacks, sat together to draw up a common constitution. And today we will study that what is constitution and why do we need it. So let us start. Students, the South African example is a good way to understand the definition of constitution and why do we need it. So in South Africa, we studied that people thought of building a country based on equality of all races. Students, in the first statement that is written on the slide, oppressor refers to whites and oppressed is used for non-whites. But students, though they wanted to live together, they had different interests. The blacks wanted to ensure that the democratic principle of majority rule was not compromised. And the white minority wanted to protect its privileges and property. What does majority rule mean? Students, it is a political principle, and according to this rule, decisions are based on majority vote, just the way we have it in India. We have majoritarian democracy, and you will study more about this term in Standard 10. And so, this is what the blacks wanted. Students, we did study in our previous classes that the non-whites did not have voting rights during the apartheid regime. So in short, we can say that the blacks wanted right to vote, that is one person, one vote, one value, and then according to the votes, the rulers should be chosen. Whereas the whites wanted that even though they are in minority, their privileges and property should not be taken away and they should not be ignored in any way. Students, remember, majority rule with respect to minority rights is vital to a democratic government. And finally, after a lot of discussion, both parties mutually agreed and were ready for some compromise. The whites were ready for majority rule and of one person, one vote. And blacks agreed that majority rule would not be absolute. This means there must be somebody to check the working of it. It shouldn't be without checks so that it shouldn't do whatever it wishes to. But students, this compromise was not easy. Both the sides were reluctant to trust each other. And even if they trust each other, what is the guarantee that the trust won't be broken in future? So they decided to write down all the rules, and these rules will lay down how the rulers will be chosen in future. It will also determine that the elected governments, what they can do and what they cannot. And those rules will also decide the rights of the citizens. So basically those rules were not only for the government, but it was also for the citizens. And it was also decided that these rules won't be rigid, but then it won't be easy to change also by the winners or the rulers in future. And students, this set of basic rules is called constitution. Now, let us understand the meaning of this term in detail. Students, almost everything that we do is governed by some set of rules. For example, you all play cricket and you have your own rules for that, such as the one who will bring the bat will bat first, or if the ball will cross a particular line, then it will be a 4 or 6, and so on. So students, you have these rules so that there is no confusion, everybody gets a fair chance of playing, and so that you all can play without any fights. And so similarly, we have rules in our country also for its smooth functioning. We need rules in country so that it can regulate and work properly. These rules are designed to protect us. And these set of written rules that are accepted by all people living together in a country is called constitution. Students, the term constitution is derived from Latin word that is constitute, which means to establish. Students, constitution is the supreme law in a democratic country. It is not easy to change the rules or laws written in constitution. It also limits the power of the government and also includes rights and duties of citizens. Students, every country has diverse groups of people. Maybe their relationship has not been as bad as it was between whites and non-whites in South Africa. But still people of any country do have differences of opinions and interests. And so, it is important to have some basic rules to protect each and every individual in a country so that nobody has to suffer or has to face injustice. And students, a constitution doesn't only determines the relationship among people living in a country, but it also determines the relationship between people and the government. Students, here it is written relationship among people because it is the constitution only that gives us our biggest identity, that is of being an Indian, and that is how we get related to each other. Also, the constitution determines the relationship between people and government. Because students, it is the constitution that tells us about the powers of the government and at the same time also tells us about our rights, that it is our responsibility to elect our rulers. And people must abide by the rules that are made by the government, and at the same time it is the duty of the government, or we can say judiciary, one of the organs of the government, to protect the rights of the citizens. So it's a two-way relation. Now let us study that why do we need constitution? Students, we will be able to answer this question if we would know that what does a constitution do. So let us study the functions of a constitution. So the first function is that it generates a degree of trust and coordination that is necessary for different kind of people to live together. For example, just the way it happened in South Africa. People there were ready to compromise, but then they were able to trust each other only when they had all the rules in written form that were not easy to change. So we can say that constitution generates a degree of trust amongst citizens. Number 2, it specifies how the government will be constituted and who will have the power to take which decision. Students, the constitution also determines that how the government will be formed and who all will be able to vote. And also it specifies the decision-making powers of the different organs of government. Coming to point number 3, it lays down limits on the powers of the government and tells us what the rights of the citizens are. Students, this we studied in today's class, that majority rule should not be absolute. And so a constitution keeps a check on that by limiting the powers of the government. And also the rights of the citizens that they enjoy in a country are specified in the constitution. And the fourth function is that it expresses the aspirations of the people about creating a good society. Students, a good society is one wherein people enjoy their freedom without compromising on law and order, and everybody is treated equally irrespective of caste, creed, gender or color. Students, a good society cannot be created in the absence of a constitution, since it is the constitution that makes the supreme laws determining the relationship amongst people living in our country and also between people and the government. And therefore, constitution helps in expressing the aspirations of people about creating a good society. That's all for today. Thank you, class.